External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar noted India as a bridging power in many ways, while stating that multilateralism would exist side by side with national interests during the Raisina Dialogue jointly organized by the Ministry of External Affairs and the Observer Research Foundation. European ministers gathered for the Ministry of External Affairs Raisina Dialogue here urged India to reconsider trade and ties with Russia and to press the case for Ukraine's sovereignty ahead of the second anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine that falls on 24 February. The center has accorded approval for procurement of more than 200 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles and associated equipment for the Indian Navy at a cost of around 19,000 crore rupees. Jayanta Verma, Monetary Policy Committee, member, dissented at the February 6 to 8 meeting of the RBI's policy panel, which voted 5-1 to hold the repo rate at 6.5%. As per the HSBC India Flash PMI, output levels and new orders for Indian manufacturing and services firms likely rose at a 7-month high pace in February, with fresh contracts for services players growing at the fastest pace in a decade. Russia has used up most of its rupee balance, estimated at more than $8 billion, that had piled up in special Vostro accounts of Indian banks on account of payments made largely for Russian defense purchases. The world is on the brink of a public health triumph as it closes in on eradicating Guinea worm disease. There were more than 3.5 million cases of this disease in the 1980s, but according to the World Health Organization's weekly epidemiological report, they dwindled to 14 cases in 2021, 13 in 2022, and just 6 in 2023. India started on this path in 2020 with state-led reforms that opened its space sector to private companies, then releasing the Geospatial Guidelines, and later the Indian Space Policy, creating the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre, and passing the Telecommunications Act 2023 that, among other departures from the Indian Telegraph Act, 1885, provided for satellite broadband services. The Agnipath scheme, as it is known, was announced on 14 June 2022 and is in force with the initial batch of Agniveers, as these young men and women are called, already inducted in armed forces units after completion of their recruit training. Recently, the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Personnel, Public Grievances, Law and Justice informed the Lok Sabha that the Law Ministry has accepted its recommendation to establish regional benches of the Supreme Court across India.